welcome to all of you that are tuning in and that are coming in to Transformation Tuesday. Listen, I want you to share this with someone and invite them to come on and tell them that Transformation Tuesday is on. Uh, I don't see it on my thing yet, so. All right, welcome to those of you that are coming in. Welcome. I want you to share this with as many people as you can and tell them that we are on. It is Transformation Tuesday. I know we are coming in at a different time, um, but we are on. We're going to bring in our Instagram family. We're going to bring them in as well. Okay, Facebook, I see you coming in. I see you coming in. Welcome, Vivian is in. Welcome, Vivian, to Transformation Tuesday. We want to welcome in Lisa Burrell into Transformation Tuesday. Those of you that are coming on Instagram, I want to welcome all of you in. As you're coming in, just say, hey, I'm here. Good evening, so that I know that you are here. This is a different time for those of you that watch us consistently every week. It's a different time this week. It won't be this all the time, but we want to let you know this is a different time. But thank you for coming in. We want to welcome in Gloria Ward on Facebook for tuning in. Welcome, welcome. We want to welcome Kenya in on Instagram. Kenya is watching us on Instagram. Patricia on Facebook. As you're coming in, let me know where you're watching from, what city, what state that you're watching from. Shout out your city, shout out your state. Charmaine is watching on Facebook. Thank you. Diamond is watching on Instagram. Welcome, Diamond. Welcome, Yaya on Instagram. All of you that are coming in, welcome to all of you that are coming in on tonight. Welcome in. All right, Houston. AJ Johnson watching from Houston, Texas. Brooklyn is in the house on Instagram. Bronx is on the house on Facebook. Another Brooklyn on Instagram. J-Jar, good evening. Welcome you. Fresno, California is watching us as well tonight. Syracuse is in the house. Michelle is watching on Facebook. Syracuse is watching us on Facebook as well. I want to welcome all of you that are coming in on tonight. Listen, share this with as many people as you can. Again, I know this is a different time than we normally come on, and hopefully our audience will still be with us on tonight. So please, Instagram, Facebook, share this and tell them that we are on. We are on. We want to welcome those that are in the sanctuary tonight, holding it down. I have something that I want to share tonight. So please invite as many people as you can and tell them that we are on. There is some insight. Thank you, Lisa Burrell, for sharing. There is some insight. Make sure your notifications is on so that when we come on, you know when we're on. You know when I'm on. So please, I don't know how to do that on Instagram per se, but Facebook, turn on your notifications. On Instagram, I don't know how to do it, but maybe you do. And I want everyone that's watching to invite at least 5 people and tell them they need to come into Transformation Tuesday, because I believe, I know for sure there is something that I'm going to say that is going to cause you to think and get a different insight and expand your consciousness. Griffin is watching from Chicago, Illinois. Welcome. Chicago on Instagram is in. Facebook, come on and rock with me. We want to welcome in Candy Burrell on Facebook. Welcome in Candy. Did I say that right? Did I say that right? Anne Marie Bailey is watching us on Facebook as well. If this is your first time watching, um, most of these are consistent watchers. And if this is your first time watching us on Instagram, I want you to make sure that you share this with somebody. This is Transformation Tuesday with a prophetic twist. So we give insight and revelation and education of things. Atlanta, Georgia is in the house. Christopher Dwight um, on Instagram. You're welcome, Griffin. And there are moments when we begin to speak and to begin to prophetically speak into people's lives that we do not know. We don't know. I don't know these people. Never met them, never seen them in my life. So there's no gimmicks, there's no catches. Candy Burrell on Facebook. Normally we begin, sometimes we prophesy in the beginning, the middle, and sometimes at the end. But when I saw your name, Candy Burrell, I don't know you. Can you put in your comments? He does not know me. Eastern Pennsylvania is watching us on Instagram. If you can put in the comments, he does not know me on Facebook. I just saw something for Candy Burrell on Facebook. And so we are already in a prophetic flow already. It's starting already. Okay, Lisa said that's my sister. Once Candy puts in the comments that I do not know her, I'm going to share what I see or what I see. And again, I don't know her, but I just saw something when she came in and said good evening. All right, Candy Burrell, I'm going to tell you what I saw. I'm going to say it how I saw it and what I also heard, as well as what I saw and what I heard. What I heard was to tell you that, and I'm going to say this with a twist. There is business all over you because I see the words business, business, and business. I also see creative business. I see there is a creative uniqueness of business on your life and what you are engaging and what you will begin to expand to do in your life beyond what you dreamed of and beyond what you could ever imagine. You're moving into, matter of fact, you're already in, but you're moving deeper into this next season as it is approaching in the literal sense. This next season, as it begins to come in, you're going to begin to experience the manifestations of victory like you've never done before. You're going to be walking into a victory in your life. You're going to start to experience victory in areas where there seemed like there was no victory. You're walking into a season of victory. You're walking into a season of victory. Not only that, you're walking into a season of possession. I hear the word, she's getting ready to start possessing things that you prayed for. You're about to come into some things that you prayed for and begin to possess some things. Tell her that the direction in which she is aligning herself up in the direction that you are moving in right now, and even the key steps that you are making in your life right now. God said that they are steps that were destined for you to make. I see movement. I see movement in your life, and I see movement. I see the question of movement. Because I'm seeing that word MOVE, move, but I'm seeing as you are questioning whether to move or whether to be still. And what should I do? Here goes the word of the Lord for you. The Lord says, take the risk, which is faith. Take the faith risk, leap, and watch what I do. Watch what I do. I don't know where you live, but it seems like somewhere along the line, because I see things moving in your house, like rearranging some things, maybe moving some pictures, maybe taking some. I see some things being rearranged in your house, some things being moved around. Don't think it's strange that that's happened or that you have the mind to do that. That is a symbolic prophetic gesture of things that is getting ready to happen in this season of your life, for things that are begin to move around. You're moving around because the Father is getting ready to put you in a specific posture in your life, and you're going to understand things that you did not understand that you had to go through, and things that you're coming into. That is the word of the Lord for Candy Burrell, who we do not know. Welcome to those of you that are coming in on Instagram. Welcome Ray.allure. If I said that right, on Instagram, welcome you in tonight on Instagram. Also, Candy Burrell, I'm going to tell you, I just heard something else for you. I sing, I see this, but I hear this, the word bringing it to a closure. I don't put everyone's business, the specifics of things out on Instagram, neither do I do in person, but the Father says you're getting ready to come to the closure of something. There's closure. This chapter is going to bring closure to your life. That is the word of the Lord for you. All right, those of you that are tuning in, I want to share this with you very quickly. I believe this, I live by this, and I believe it. If you're ever going to be able to really, sometimes we don't understand. Sometimes we don't understand. Yeah, because I don't know why the Father's still speaking to Candy. You see, the reason why you've been in this exiting, you've been in this exiting, you've been experiencing exit, but now you're getting ready to go into an entrance. And in this time frame, you're going to move into what is called the entrance, the entering into some things, because you've been in an exit, moving exit out of things, moving away from things, getting away from people. And that's not just you, it's an exit because you're getting ready to possess a portion of your promise, that things that God showed you, things that God told you, and even some desires that you have, and that is that closure as well. That's that closure as well for you. That is that closure. Lisa Burrell, her sister, said so on point. Well, we give God praise for that. So you have to understand this. Let me give you a word. Good evening to underscore 876. Welcome. 876. Is that Jamaica? But you have to understand this. Everything that is in the future or that you're believing for, let's rephrase it, is already existing somewhere. There are things that God, you must understand, there are things in your future that is already set for you. That is why heaven is not moved by what you experience here in the now, because heaven knows what's waiting in your future. It is up to you and I to make sure that we trust God and have enough faith to believe that no matter what I go through in my now, my later will be greater. Can you put that in the comments? My later will be greater. My later will be greater. I want you to put that in those comments. Welcome Marvin Knight in tonight. My later, Lisa Burrell said I'm on the floor. That was pertaining. My later will be greater. Put that in the comments. Everyone watching on Instagram, everyone watching on Facebook, my later will be greater. You have to understand that what you're going through and what you're experiencing, there's some things, I said this a few weeks ago, there's some things you cannot avoid. That's right. Put it in the comments. My later will be greater. My later will be greater. If I can just get through this, what I'm dealing with, no, I don't care what age you are, 16, 17, 19, 21, 22, 27, 33, 34, 45, 56, 71. As long as you are alive, there is some greater in your later. Later will be greater. Do not allow this, and I'm going to prophesy this, because do not allow the conditions of your current situation to make you think that God has forgotten you. You are on the mind of the Father. You are on the mind of the Father. And the Father knows that if you can just hold on and trust him and move with faith, you're going to walk right into the promise. You're going to walk right into what you're believing for. And here goes another thing for you. Do not let anyone dilute your faith. Don't let anyone water your faith. Don't let nobody make you think you're talking crazy, you're moving crazy, you're too happy, you're too excited. Why are you doing all that? You don't have nothing. It ain't even happened for you yet. Why you always cheery? Or why you so deep? Why you so spiritual? You have nothing negative to say, because you got to be able to say to yourself, you're not going to cause me to doubt what I know already lives in the future. So I'm living and I'm speaking now based on what I'm going to possess later. Your words are powerful. I'm about to give you a number 2. Your words are so powerful. I want you to put this in the comments. My words is what shape my tomorrow. My words is what shape my tomorrow. That's why you have to be very careful what you say with your mouth, because I said this before, but I'm going to say it a different way. What you say out of your mouth becomes a part of your life. What you speak out of your life, if you keep speaking long enough, you're going to see God soon enough. Just keep speaking. Just keep confessing. Do not let negativity be a part of your vocabulary. Again, do not let people tell you that you can't always be positive. Why can't you always be positive? Yes, you can. Why can't I always speak as if it's already now? Can I tell you what the Father said to me? He says, people who have conversations with their future end up seeing the future that they talked with. Did you hear what I said? People who have conversations with their future end up seeing what they talked about. You're going to see what you talked about. You're going to see what you confess. You're going to see it. It's going to come to pass. It is going to be in your hands. You're going to live it. You're going to drive it. You're going to be laying in the bed. You're going to have the business. You're going to have the education. Your college debt will be canceled. You're going to have the love of your life. Listen, it's not fairy tale. This isn't fantasy. These things come to people who speak, because what shapes your world is what you speak and what you confess. And you got to speak what you want to see. Speak what you want to see, and you will see what you've spoken. You got to speak it. You got to speak into the atmosphere. You got to speak into your destiny. You got to speak into your. You know what? You know, one of the greatest times to speak to your future is when you at the darkest moment of your life. When you are in the worst moment of your life, when you don't understand why this is happening to you, but you're saying, you know what? I know it's going to get better. I'm not going to always be this way. I'm going to have what I say. I'm going to live the way I want to live. I'm going to be able to buy whatever I want to buy. I'm not going to be in debt. Don't wait until things are good to speak positive. You got to speak the positive in the negative and change the whole energy about yourself. That's why you cannot be connected to people. Hear this clearly. You cannot be connected to people who are leeches. They only come to suck your dreams away, your vision away, your aspirations, your goal, your faith. They only suck. And once they've sucked you long enough, they'll leave you. You can't have people in your atmosphere that has bad energy. I'm big on energy. Bad energy, bad vibes, I can't survive. I can't survive with bad vibes. I cannot survive with bad vibes. So the Father says, tell them that everything that I have promised you lives in your future. It lives there. And do you not know that any moment, here goes another prophetic wind, at any moment, things can switch for you just like that. At any moment, things can turn around. At any moment, the testimony and the praise you've had on Leeway, you'll be able to see it in your life. Bad energy, bad vibes. That's right, Barry. Bad energy, bad vibes. That's why. And let me give you another thing. You can't pull you can't pull water from a dry place. And some of you are trying to get life from dead people. They sound good, but they don't give life. They talk good, but they doesn't give you life. You have to be connected to people who give life to you, people who resuscitate you. You listen, an empty pitcher can't fill an empty glass. You want your glass to be full, you got to be with someone that has a full pitcher that can pour into you. That can pour into you. One of the worst things to do is to be connected to someone. Here goes the thing. If I'm connected to you and I'm calling you a mentor or whatever I am, but I don't have any, your life doesn't give me anything to reach for because you're on my level, I have a problem. Something on you, I should be reaching for that thing. I should be aspiring to have that, even if it's just simply discipline of my life. Be around people that give you something to reach for. Huh? Be around someone that is further than where you are. Be around someone that has been where you're trying to go, that has conquered that has had success. One of the most powerful things, other things about the future is this. The future does not, watch this, the future does not lie. If it exists, it exists. Now faith is the substance of things what? Hope for. The evidence of things what? Not seen. Hope is my expectation. What am I expecting? I'm expecting that what I'm confessing I'm going to possess. Yes, sir. That is why I do not let what I'm going through dictate to where I'm going to. I don't let what I'm going through dictate to what I'm going to. What I'm going through is the pathway to what I'm getting to. I said to someone today, I was talking to two of my pastors, and I said this, I don't even know if they're on here. I said this to them. I'm never concerned with what anyone has negatively spoken about me or what people say about me. It doesn't faze me. I'm not moved by what you think, by what you heard, whether lie or even if it was the truth. It does not move me. You know why? Because I live above the trees. I soar with eagles. I don't mingle with pigeons. Pigeons are limited on how high they can fly. Not only that, pigeons, watch this, pigeons eat anything. You have to know how to live above the trees, soar with eagles. If you are around pigeon-minded people, you will eat anything. And eating anything that's not for you will make you sick. It'll make your dreams sick. It'll make your praise sick. It'll make your mental capacity. It'll make you mentally sick. It'll make you emotionally sick. The future has already told your victory. The future has already told your victory. The future has already written, and you got to be already written the next chapter of your life. You know the old saying, birds of a feather flock together. You can go no further than the company that you keep. Your association, I want you to put this in here. We're talking futuristic stuff. If you're just coming in, I'm almost done. Your association determines your destination. Who you associate yourself with will be the image of what you will become. Did y'all hear what I just said? Wow. Whoever you associate yourself with, that is the image you will become. When there were moments in my life, when there were things I needed to be delivered from, I moved away from people who were comfortable with their bondage. My God. See, when you're trying to get free from something, you got to distance yourself with people who are comfortable with their bondage. When there were habits I was trying to break, I had to be around people who had got conquered and know how to manage their habits. Because I could not afford to be in a crowd and associating myself with people, watch this, who enable my dysfunction. Wow. If there's an appetite I should not have, I have to hang around people who don't have that appetite. Otherwise, I will feed off of that appetite. I got to be around people who have the appetite, that know what it tastes like, that know what it feels like, but they've conquered it. My God. When I wanted to learn how to manage my money, I had to get around people who were stewardful over their money, who could talk to me about how to manage and be stewardful over my money. Are you hearing me? When I became a millionaire in my 20s, I had to get with other people who already lived that life, who could tell me how to manage and what to do and how to multiply $1 million. Because watch this, we're still on the future, because what I do now, we talked about the future, now I'm going to show you about the now. What I do now is going to go with me where I'm going. I want to make sure what's going with me, watch this, can be accepted where I'm going. Oh, y'all, let me give you a little bit of Bible for that. You know, the children of Israel, the Bible says they began to murmur and complain in the wilderness, in the desert. The Bible says that that generation died because they murmured and complained. In other words, they did not appreciate. So they never got to see the promise. They could not go into the promise. They could not. They didn't have patience. After everything that God had done for them and with them, and they saw his hand, they still began to murmur and complain. And this is why it is important that you understand, oh, we're on fire tonight. This is why it is important that you understand your now, hear this, your now is only getting you together for your later. So what I'm going through now, what I'm learning now, what I'm understanding now, I'm becoming a better, I know you all heard me say this before, the next level demands a different you, me. It demands a different, y'all put this in the comments. Let's just put this in the comments as we get almost a close. The next level, watch this, the next level demands a different me. Put that in the comments. I want everyone watching on Facebook and all of you that are watching on Instagram, all of you that are watching on Instagram, there is, all of you watching on Instagram, I want you to put that in the comments. This next level demands a different me. Put that in the comments. This next level demands a different me. The next level demands a different me. Before I close with that, understand this. You can't get upset when you're going through what you're going through. No one can, this is a place to praise right here. No one can go through what you go through and survive like you do. No one can go through what you go through and survive like you do. This is why we all have our own types of go through. Because there's stuff that you go through that if the next person was in your shoes, they would have jumped off a bridge. They would have blew their brains out. They would have took 30 pills. They are not, watch this, they are not equipped to go through what you go through. You can't lose with the stuff that you use. They don't understand how you go through what you go through and you're not crazy. They don't understand how you can go through what you go through and you still tell God thank you and how good he is. And you, watch this, you go through what you go through and treat your enemies with love. You go through what you go through and you encouraging other people because they couldn't walk an hour in your shoes with what you go through. They couldn't deal with it mentally, emotionally. They would break down. They would be suicidal. They would be in a psychiatric center. They would be strung out on crack cocaine. They couldn't deal with what you deal with. That's why you don't let people make fun of you because you sound like you're talking crazy. They don't know what it takes for you to keep your sanity. I got to praise like this. I got to worship like this. I got to talk like this. I have to because you don't understand. And then when you tell them, you don't know what God is doing for me, and they're looking, well, I don't see much. That's your problem. That's your problem. You don't know what he's done for me. You don't know the little doors he opened. You don't know. See, some people get happy when they get $1,000. Others of you get happy when you get 100 because you know you only had 10. They don't understand how money always finds its way into your life so that you are not living on the street. Doors open up for you. You're getting stuff you can't afford. The favor of God is on you. You may not have the money in the bank right now yet. You may not have the money in the bank yet because you will. You may not have the money in the bank yet. I'm going to say it again. You may not have the money in the bank yet, but until you get the money in the bank, favor is defending your faith. Did you hear me? Faith is defending your faith. Favor can go places your money can't go. Favor can get in corners and holes and tight holes and small holes. Favor can get you places that your money can't get you. And sometimes you don't understand how God allows the web to weave in your life. He's sustaining you. He's keeping you. You're not hungry. He's sustaining you. He's keeping you. Do not allow the season where you must feel the tension of the challenge to make you think it will always be like this. It will not always be like this. It will not always be like this. Do you not know that sustainability is the balance between, watch this, between not having and having more than enough? He's sustaining you right here. Sustainability is the balance between not having and having abundantly. You are sustained. Put in the comments, he's sustaining me. God, today, I feel like running. He's sustaining me. You don't understand it. The enemy doesn't understand, but he's sustaining me. He's keeping me.
Keeping me. Yes, sir. Glory be to God.
A few months ago, I was doing we were doing Tuesday, and a young lady DM'd me and said, you don't know, I got excited because my cell phone was off. She said, I was in the cell phone place arguing with them to pay my cell phone bill. I think it was like $400. She said she walked out the store and this guy was like, hey, shorty. She's like, no, I'm not single, which she is. He said, no, I don't want your number. He said, I want to pay your bill. Y'all not ready for me. Y'all not ready. She said, and Bishop, you prophesied. She said, I cried and I started praising God in the place. And they were wondering what's going on. She said, I was just happy. She said, I ain't got a dime to my name, but I got my cell phone paid off. Y'all not hearing me. God will sustain you. Homeboy didn't want a number. He trying to help you out.
Yes, sir.
Maybe because he said shorty. Maybe that was it. Maybe he said shorty. Maybe it was the shorty. That probably threw her off. But he just wanted to pay up. He just wanted to pay her bill. Walked back in there and paid the whole bill. Don't know her. Don't want her number. No. He heard her going back and forth. Do you not know That's a sustainability. She said, I ain't got no money, but my cell phone is paid. Because here goes the catch. What if somebody would have gave her $150? She still would have had a leftover cell phone bill. Here goes a man who don't know you, pays your bill off. Ain't got money, but I got one bill knocked off. Y'all not talking to me. God can sustain you. Watch, here goes the place to yell. God will sustain you until you walk into the abundance that's waiting for you later. He'll sustain you. He'll keep you until the abundance shows up.
Yes, he will. I'm a witness.
He'll sustain you until the abundance shows up.
I'm a witness.
Consuela Sanford. Am I messing that up? I think I might be messing that up. Consuela. I don't know what that. Okay, I'm messing up your name. I'm probably butchering your name. Consuela Sanford. Am I messing up the name? There's a word of the Lord. Can you put in the comments, he does not know me? You have to understand this. God will sustain you. And guess what? Don't you try to figure out how he's going to sustain you, and don't you try to figure out who he's going to use to sustain you. Just know he will sustain you.
Just know it.
He'll sustain you.
That's it. Just know it.
You know, when you go to the restaurant and they ask you, do you want an appetizer? You order an appetizer, giving them time to prepare the main course. The appetizer isn't the main course.
No, it's not.
It's just to hold you over under the main. Do you not know that God, many of you, has held you over until you walked in the season where he brought closure, he settled the case, he worked in your favor, someone left, you got the promotion. God has a way of sustaining. Okay, she said that's her name. He does not know me. I was saying something a minute again, Consuela. I'm talking to on Facebook. And when I said that and your name came up, the Father said, she is one of those that I've been sustaining. I have been sustaining you and I have been keeping you. And the Father says that over the next 3 months to 4 months, you're going to walk into, watch this, you're going to walk into crying from what, why, and when to crying with joy, happiness, and jubilance, and saying, he did it again.
Glory be to God. Thank you, Father.
It's going to, because there are some things there's a merging. I'm about to say something, I never said it this way. There is a merging, almost like a collision course of God getting ready to cause things to begin to start coming together for you. In this next season, you won't have to be in the defense, you'll be on the offense. Oh my God.
Oh, my God.
He's going to, I don't know what this means. Your name is being written on some paperwork. Tell her that her signature is getting ready to go on the paperwork. I don't know, but you're getting ready to sign some paperwork. And this is working in your favor. He's connecting dots that you don't even see. Wow. He's connecting dots you don't even see. The desire to be your own owner and the passion to have your own. I'm talking to what did I say? What was it name again? Consuela. What did I say? Consuela Sanford. And that is the word of the Lord for you. She's on Facebook. So when he's moving some things around so you can have what you prayed for, Consuelo. Protect your integrity, protect your heart. This time, what he's about to do for you, you're going to really trust him after this. All right. Last thing, this next level demands a different you. And the reason why this next level demands a different you is because where you're going, there's things you will have to change and shift. One of the first things you have to change and shift is the way you think. The Lord just told me something, Brenda. He said, next year belongs to you. There is a divine connection of favor that is getting ready to hit your life. You're about to walk into it. And I'm hearing the word opportunity. It's going to blow your mind, and it comes with a paycheck.
Hey, glory to God. Hallelujah.
And the funny thing about it, it's going to be doing what you love to do, and you getting paid to do it. They're going to love you so much, you will be able to go and come as you please. But he says, tell you, next year belongs to you. If you can count up your praise, then you can count up what I'm going to do. You're going to be able to start preparing to have your own house, single family house. Home ownership in your name. He's about to do something crazy. I see it. I see you dancing in front of the house. It's something crazy. It's not even going to make sense how he's getting ready to do this for you. I see it. It's not going to make no sense. It's going to be hard for people to believe the favor that you're about to walk in. And he said to tell her, I'm going to show her before the year out. I'm going to give you a little taste of what's coming in 2023. That is the word of the Lord for you. He's going to give you a little taste of what's coming. The next level demands a different you. For where many of you are going, you're going to have to change the way you think, which will change your attitude, which will change your behaviors, which will change your dispositions. There are things you're going to have to change. Can I tell you this? Do not leave God out of your life. You must keep the Father a priority. Sometimes where we go wrong is when the Lord is blessing us, and some people think it's them. It ain't you. It's him blessing you. You didn't open the door. He opened the door. You didn't get yourself that. You can't, don't think that 1 minute it's him. He reigns and blesses whom he chooses. He reigns on the just. It's important that you understand that. Do not leave the Father out of your life. Do not leave him. Don't ever think you don't need him. Don't ever think I can do without it. You can't. You can't. You would not have made it and have what you have. And don't look at what you have as small. There's somebody that don't have what you have that wish they had what you had. There's somebody that wish they could dress the way you dress, and you're thinking, I can't even buy the type of clothes I would buy. There's always someone looking at you thinking that you are further than what they even know. And sometimes what they're seeing is what you don't see. They're seeing your future while you're focused on your now. You know what discouragement is? Discouragement, let me give you this. Here go the hood version. Discouragement is, when someone is discouraged, it is because you don't believe in what is yours. So you get discouraged. You listen to what someone says about you, you get discouraged. So you start losing belief. Discouragement is non-belief in you and what God said and what you prayed for. That's discouragement. Why are you letting things and people discourage you? Why? I've been saying this for over 20 years. Some people, sometimes you don't have a devil problem, you have a friend problem. Because you're picking the wrong friends. You're picking the wrong friends. You're picking them friends that you having a party and they louder than you at your party. This is my party. What are you doing? They're trying to outshine you at your party. You get good news and they want to start talking about their good news. It ain't about you right now. We did you already. Some of you have a friend problem because you keep picking the wrong people. And here goes the thing. You got to be careful the people, I'm finna run. You got to be careful the people that you let go. Because sometimes the people you let go is the people you really need. Yeah. So it's important that you understand that. The future, everything that is, already is. You just have to believe it. And sometimes we stop believing because we're looking at what we're going through. We're looking at what we're faced with. And then here goes, you know what's crazy about this? Is when you start doing that and then a door opens or you get good news and you're like, oh my God, thank you, Jesus. Why? But you weren't saying that before because now you was discouraged. What you were saying? Now you want to say it. And he's saying in his mind, if I can get you to do this in the low seasons, if I can get you to do this when it's dark in your life, if I can get you to do this when you feel like it's worse in your life, do you know how quick you would have got a turnaround? But your response caused me to let you stay there because you haven't learned the lesson of faith and trust. See, until you learn the lesson of trust and faith, you're going to stay in that thing longer because you haven't learned. You haven't learned. He will supply your needs. You haven't learned it. And until you learn the lesson, the test will always be on your desk. Until you learn. Sometimes, most times you can't change the people around you, but if you change you. So I'm not focused on changing you. If you want to change, that's you. If you don't want to change, that's you. But I'm going to change me. The future is waiting for you. You're not waiting on the future. The future is waiting for you. If you can survive your now, it's going to get greater later. Your later is greater. Your later is greater. I see y'all putting it in the comments. Yeah. If you don't learn the lesson, the test will always be on your desk. The test will always be on your desk. Instagram, y'all on fire tonight. And Facebook, all y'all. Let me not do that because I know y'all can come for me. Facebook and Instagram is on fire, and I don't want y'all to come for me. Facebook and Instagram, y'all on fire tonight. Something has lit you. Is that Javier in the... Now, you know, we all need to run. Javier is on my Facebook. It's been 1,000 years since he's been on my Facebook. Javier is on the Facebook.
Yes, sir. Glory.
That's a blessing from... I know somebody finna sow a seed in me tomorrow because Javier is on Facebook. I feel it. That's a blessing. Listen, let me drop this last nugget. I have my notes, but my iPad died. I really had 7 points. I covered 4, but I can't remember the others because my laptop died. But let me say this to you before we click off of this. We started at 7:30. It's 8:25. We're doing good for time. Let me share this with you. I was in my meditation, and those of you that watch me consistently, you know that I'm always talking about meditation. Meditation is big for me. It is key for me. I don't go a day without meditating. I talk to the Father all day long. Somebody say, how do you do that? I pray all day long. I could be in my car and I just start talking to him. That's prayer. I could be in the bathroom and I just start talking to him. That's prayer. You getting dressed and I'm talking to him. That's prayer. Y'all have made prayer so religious. That's why some of you think you don't pray. That's a whole nother subject. Maybe I'll teach on that. That is a whole nother subject. But anyhow, I was in my meditation the other day, and I was seeking enlightenment on something. Now, I'm going to let y'all in on this. I was in my meditation, and I was seeking enlightenment on, I don't know if I should say this. I should really say this in my prophetic group. I normally talk about this in the prophetic group. Let me think. All right, I was in my meditation today and I was seeking enlightenment on forgiveness. And I was seeking enlightenment on all the different types and reasons of why we forgive. And when I was getting to the end of getting ready to come out of my meditation, something hit me that was crazy. And what hit me as I was looking at the word forgiveness, and I looked at the word forgiveness, and the first part of the word forgiveness is for. I looked at the other part of it, it is give. If you look at that word, and for those of you that have been to school, compound words are words that have more than one word, or we look at it from a Latin language, those words could have more than one word. So it's more than one word that makes up a word. To understand in the fullness of the word, you got to dissect and take apart the word. Watch this. When I looked at that word for and give, it hit me. Forgiveness is key. Watch this. It's key because of this. It's for you, but you have to give up something. You have to give up wanting to be right, even when the other person is wrong.
That's right.
You got to give up something. That means I have to give up being right,
That's right.
even when the other person is wrong.
That's right, Bishop.
And then the other part of forgiveness, the Father said this to me. He says, now, listen what he said to me. He said, now, you can't bypass forgiving somebody and expect your future to be kind to you. Because if you don't forgive somebody, you're holding on to something.
Yes.
And if you're holding on to it, watch this, whatever you hold on to now, you're going to have in your future.
Yes.
And here goes the thing. If you hold on to a rotten orange long enough, it's going to stink. And when you don't forgive, you start to stink.
Oh, that's good. That's good, Bishop. That's good.
He said, the scripture said this, I'm paraphrasing, if you don't forgive, your Father don't forgive you. Then another part of scripture says, here goes the key thing. It says forgiveness is for, here it is. People always want something from the Father. He says, but have you forgiven? So forgiveness is, I got to give up being right, even when the other person is wrong.
That is powerful. That is so true.
Because whatever you hold on to is going to be with you.
That's right.
It could be a family member. It could be a relationship that you was in. I don't know what it is. It could be whatever it is. You got to forgive and let it go. Now, you know the thing about, you know how you know when you really forgave somebody? When you see them, you don't get sick. When you forgive them, you don't be like, oh my God. See, if you're doing that, you haven't forgiven.
You have forgiven.
I don't want to be in the same room with you. You haven't forgiven. That's not true forgiveness.
That's right, Bishop.
What does it got to do with the future? Because here goes the thing. The future is not going to be kind to you when you have forgiveness, unforgiveness. Because if you have unforgiveness, then you have a bondage. Then you're holding on to something. And you're carrying something with you. It's a bondage when you have unforgiveness. And how can you expect to have a free future when you're walking in with bondage?
Glory be to God.
That's why I love my enemies. You can't make me hate you. No matter what you do, no matter what you say, I'm not going to hate you because hating you makes me sick. It stresses me out. I need to be free. I need to be mentally whole. Because here goes the thing. People will move on with their life while you still holding on
That's right.
to what they did to you.
They did.
You gotta let that stuff go. What's this? What's the cartoon? What is that? Let It Go. What is it? I don't know what it is. Huh? Frozen. Let it go. Y'all know y'all like that song. Don't look at me like everybody like that song. Come on now. Let it go. Something you just gotta let go.
You got to let it go. To get free.
Someone knows, watch this, in the next part of this, all with this future, when you have unforgiveness, you become that person's prisoner. Wow. They are controlling your life 2,000 miles away from you, 10 blocks away. They way over in a whole other part of the city, and they're controlling your life because they have access to you because you have not let it go. And now you want to move forward, but you haven't let stuff go. Forgetting those things which are behind. And I press towards the mark of the prize of high. You got to forget some things.
Got to. Bishop, you have to.
See, I can eat with my enemies.
I sure can.
Because the Bible says, I will prepare a table before you. Y'all going to miss this. In the presence of
Come on.
your enemy. I can eat with my enemies. I'll go shop with my enemies. But now my enemies ain't coming to my house. No. You don't let your enemies in your house. But I'll go eat with you. I'll go shopping with you. I'll smile with you. I'll dance with you. I'll do all that. But you can't come into my house. Why? Because my house is my sacredness.
Woo! Yes, sir.
And God is saying the future is expecting you not to be perfect. The future is not expecting you to be perfect, but it's expecting you to have learned, developed, grown, and processed. Now watch how I'm about to do the future. Here it goes. Watch this. Watch this tonight. The future is this. Tomorrow. That's the future. If you're not learning and growing from today, tomorrow's the future. Oh, that's too much for y'all. Let me give you some more.
Awesome.
2 hours from now is the future. Because time don't wait on nobody. Time only moves in one direction, that's forward. The future is an hour from now. Do you not know an hour from now, your God can change your whole life? And I'm telling you what I know. An hour from now, I've been in situations and in places where I declared this or I spoke this, and then an hour from now somebody called me and said, you know what? I was thinking about you. God dropped you in my heart. What's your cash app? I'm finna send you $700. That just happened to me 3 weeks ago.
My God.
I was up here on Tuesday talking to y'all, and I got out of Bible study. Somebody said they were driving, and the Lord said my name and said, sow a seed, and I'm giving you $700. That's how quick it happened.
Wow. That's how God works.
That's the future. $700 was waiting for me in the future.
Glory be to God.
The future is not fighting for your attention. It's waiting for you to show up.
Ooh, I like that. That's good.
But you got to survive your now.
Got to survive your
That's why the next level demands a different you. Because the worst thing you can do is take your attitude that you have now into your new place. The worst thing for anyone to do is to move to a new address, apartment, house, wherever you move in, but your same energy, vibe, attitude, doubt, negativity. Now what you're doing in that atmosphere, you are now imprisoning your atmosphere. You're intoxicating your atmosphere. You're assassinating your atmosphere because you're bringing the old you into a new space, expecting God to do a new thing. Oh, okay, let's stop. Let's stop. Let's stop. Let's stop. Let's stop.
Oh, that's good.
It's like a relationship. You get in a new relationship and you expect that person to be better to you than the last person, but you still not over the last person and you haven't dealt with what you brought into the last relationship. They can't treat you no better than what you, okay, this is too much.
It's good.
They can't treat you no better than what you bring to the table.
That's right.
Whatever you bring to the table, that's what you're going to get.
Absolutely.
Are you hearing me? The future. Don't always tell me the future. That's what the future is. The future is not, the future is waiting on you. You're not waiting on the future. And it takes faith and it takes trust. Because faith is I can't see it, but I believe it.
But I believe it.
God responds to faith, not to doubt.
That's right.
I'm telling you what I know. I'm telling you. God responds. Okay, let me share this with you, and I promise you I'm done. Watch this. I remember, for those of you that are too spiritual or religious, you might want to get off right now. I remember when I used to sell drugs. I was brought up in church. I remember when I used to sell drugs. And I was sharing this with somebody today, but they didn't go this far. Back in the day, they called it re-up. I don't know, so they still call it that, Dr. Brown? Thank you. Thank you, Tanaya. Thank you. Back in the day, and I'm not going to tell y'all how much, but I had to re-up. Now, I didn't go stand on the corners. That wasn't me. I had people that did that for me. But I had to re-up. I'm not going to tell you where I had to go to re-up. That's none of your business. I had to go somewhere to re-up, and I always brought two people with me. Long story short, we're going to re-up, but here goes the catch. I didn't have all the money. So the two people with me was like, what are we doing? I said, don't worry about it. Now, this is going to sound crazy. How is it that I could have faith when I was a drug dealer? Get in God and can't have faith. What is that? So we got to the house. Can't tell you where it's at. Got to the house. I didn't have enough money. So what I did was I put the larger bills at top in the duffel bag and the smaller bills on the bottom. So when we got in the house, all I heard, I didn't say God told me, I just heard it. Talk fast. I'm fast talking. I'm just talking there, bagging up the stuff. I'm just talking. My two people with me, they look at me like crazy. They sweat. They don't know what to do. Long story short, they opened the bag up and just pulled from the top, and that was it. Then I thought to myself, but when they find out that it's not enough, then we're going to have a problem. So I was not a person, I didn't do drugs. But I remember what I can't tell you everything. Anyhow, long story short, I said, before y'all go, I need to know this is real. I said, so all y'all going to have to take a line. Y'all not ready for this.
Come on now.
None of the three guys had took a line, and I wasn't playing. So they took a line. They was high as a kite. I did that. Now I'm in faith. I did that in my mind because I'm saying if they high, they're not even going to know. The point that I'm making is how there are moments in your life when you believe for stuff that was wrong. Why you get over here in God and act like a punk? Now you can't believe for him to pay a bill.
Really?
Are you hearing me? Faith is this. Faith is no, that's too much. We'll say that for next week. The next level demands different you. The future is waiting on you. Last thing I want you to put in the comments, or maybe I got one more thing. The future is waiting on me. Put that in the comments. We're done. The future is waiting on me. The future is waiting. Some of y'all had a hustle when you wasn't in God, and now you act like you don't know how to get the hustle on the right. That's a whole nother message, a whole nother time, a whole nother subject. You survived. I didn't say you got to do the same thing, but you knew how to survive. We get over here, and now you don't know how to survive. You're just going to lose your mind. You can't take it. You don't know what to do. You do know what to do. If you sit and be still, you do know what to do. I told you, was that last week? If If somebody's offering you something and you got to sleep with them to get it, then you don't want it. If a guy think because he take to the movie, he got to go to bed with you, you don't need the movie. I pay my own movie, or vice versa. What is this? This isn't a we make a deal. I go to the movies with you and you get this. No, that ain't what we do. I'm going to the movies with you and I'm going home and you going home. If I have to compromise my integrity, it's not worth it. Because that's not the future I want to set up. All right? All right, thank all of you for watching. Before we tune off, y'all putting it in there. The future is waiting for me. The future is waiting for me. Put it, I want to see some more of you put it in. The future is waiting for me. The future is waiting for me. Put it in the comments. Y'all is on fire tonight. I tell you. Y'all is on fire. Elaine Pendleton. Yes, the future is waiting for me. She put in Jesus' name. Come on, in Jesus' name. All right. On Instagram, I see y'all putting in there. John Tay, wait a minute. John Tay, what is that name, Dr. Brown? John Tay, or Diamond, am I saying it right? John, okay, I don't know what it is. But I'm looking at Jontae. I don't want to mess up the last part. But I'm talking to you if I just spelled your name out, am I saying it right, John Tay? Huh? That's it, John Tay. What's the last part of that? You don't know. John Tay. Okay, y'all put John Tay. Okay. Thrasher. Did I mess that up? Thrasher? Okay, John Tay. All right, can you put in the comments, he does not know me. I just saw something for you because I don't know you. If I butchered it, I'm sorry. Oh, okay, it was good. Thank you, J. John. All right, John Tate. I'm going to just say John Tate. We're going to leave the last part out. When your name came up, I heard this. There's a ministry opportunity that is getting ready to open up for you. That's the biggest ministry opportunity you have ever had thus far. Secondly, I'm seeing you in new garments. I'm seeing new garments. I'm seeing garments all around you, like clothes all around you. I'm hearing the word style and styles. Extended stream of income. You're moving into these next several seasons of consistent movement when it comes to travel or traveling. Ministry doors and doors of ministry are going to open up for you. I don't know what you do in ministry yet. It may come to me as because I'm in the future. I'm somewhere else. But ministry doors and doors of ministry are going to open up for you. But I'm seeing garments, clothes around you, styles. I see the word styles and styling. And I'm hearing the word extended income. Extra stream, that means, of income. Ventures of business and business ventures. And I'm hearing the word collaboration. Collab and collaboration with somebody. Now, I'm going to say something, and for those that are on here, because I'm big when it comes to prophetic, I like clarity and I like to give detail and I like to educate. I'm going to tell you what I see. Now, when I say what I see, it's what I see. I'm not necessarily prophesying this into the atmosphere, but I'm telling you what I see. I see, and I'm going to tell you the other part of this. I see a new vehicle. The vehicle is, now, it's twofold. It's in literal sense, but it means something. The new vehicle is the symbolism of movement when it comes to travel in your life. And that is the word of the Lord for John. What did I say his name was? John Tay. That is the word from John for John Tay. That is the word for John Tay. All right, those that are watching, can you put that thing up, Dr. Brown? Are you able to? I'm talking to John Tay. Somebody asked, who is the person you're talking to? He knows who I'm talking to. He said, I received this. I'm talking to John Tay. You can put that up on face, huh? I can't hear you. Can you go into my thing? No? No? Yeah. I sent it to your Facebook. I think I did. Bishop, I met you for the first time Sunday at your church. It was a blessing. Oh, bless you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. The name is Stephen. Yes, Stephen. I knew that 876 Jamaica. Come on, Jamaica. I know that 876. I had 3 of them 876 numbers when I lived there. Those of you that sold last week, I want to show you because I want to show you where your seed went. So if she can get it up, I want to show you where your seed went. So please do not tune off. If you sold last week, I want to show you where your seed went. Where is your church? Is Keisha on? No. Diamond or Yaya, can y'all put in there and tag? I don't know how to do that. Is it? I'll be butchering y'all names. Tyrion something 1957. Put the address of the church, Diamond or Yaya. Is John Tay, are you still on here? I just heard some, I literally just saw something. I saw something else for you. Just that quick. I saw something else. If you're still on here, say yes. And then we got to get out of here. He's still on here. All right, I saw something and I heard something else for you. Your circle, let me rephrase it and say it this way. You're getting ready to get into a circle, and you're getting ready to sit at tables that other people desire to. Now, you may have been in some rooms, but the tables you're getting ready to sit at. Matter of fact, in a short while, because God's going to show you this, in a short while, before this year is out, I'm hearing, you're going to sit at a table with people that other people desire to sit at those tables. And it's going to be significant because you're in a season where God is, He is, yeah, He's about to show you some stuff, man. All right. Can you, are we able to do it? Pray for me, pray for me, pray for me for peace, job, and my son. Okay. All right. Those of you on, is- some of you need, some of you need a mentor in your life. You need a father figure in your life that can pour into your life and can take you beyond where you've ever been and ever dreamed. All right, those of you that sold last week, I asked you to sow for one of the churches we have in ministries we have in Uganda, Africa. If you can see in the background, those of you that are on Facebook, Instagram, if you sold last week, that is the school that was built from the ground out up. Those of you that sowed your seeds, that is where your seeds went to. And I just want to tell you thank you. We told you last week this is the school, and they were robbed, um, and they still got some more work to do, but they've come a long way. School has already started. That was built from the ground up. That is one of the schools in Uganda, Africa. It's actually Kampala, Uganda, Africa, and that is one of the schools for the children as you see them in front. And they were robbed, and a lot of things was taken. And we asked many of you to sow your seeds, and you moved and you sowed those seeds, and every dime of your seed was sent to the pastor, Pastor Henry Basula, for Africa, along with some extra that we put on top of that. So I want to thank you once again, so that I wanted you to know where your seed, and there's a video she's playing. Facebook, you will probably see it in a minute. Instagram, you can see it. This is the school. This is the school. So I want you to give yourselves a hand. Again, those of you that sold last week, this is where your seed went. No gimmicks or no games here. This is where your seed went. All right, thank you so much for watching. Listen, you know it's time to sow seed. Those of you that want to sow a seed, when you put a seed in the ground, you cannot sow a seed without seeing the seed. I'm going to ask those of you that will and those of you that can, I want you to get a seed of at least $22.22 or $222. Either $22.22 or $222. I want you to sow your seed tonight. You know, as you watch consistently, when you put your seed in the ground, we like to acknowledge it. So when you put your seed in the ground, it is awesome, Michelle. We have been doing ministry in Uganda since 1996. There's over 223 ministries there in Uganda. Uganda is known for many things, but if you ever saw the movie The Last King of Scotland, it was a true story of the president used to be over Uganda, and it wasn't. We won't get into all that, but that is where we have one of our largest ministries of churches and pastors. Those of you that are sowing your seed, thank you for sowing your seed. $22.22. Or you're going to sow. Thank you, Elizabeth Warren. Her seed is in the ground. Make sure you put up that your seed is in the ground so that I can acknowledge you. You know how we do on Tuesday. Thank you. Elizabeth Warren's seed is in the ground. J. Jar's seed is in the ground. Candace Burrell seed is in the ground. Kay Johnson seed is in the ground. Tay's seed is in the ground. Candy Burrell's seed is in the ground on Facebook. Instagram, where y'all at? Facebook is putting these seeds in already. Instagram, where y'all at? Joanne Johnson seed is in the ground. Thank you, Joanne Johnson seed is in the ground. Joan Johnson, I'm messing that up, aren't I? It's Joan Johnson. I'm so sorry, I messed that up. I butchered that one. Joan. Talia seed is in the ground. Elizabeth Whitfield seed is in the ground. Real life seed is in the ground. Vercel, I always mess up your name, but you are a consistent watcher. Seed is in the ground. All right, Instagram is coming on with it. You're putting those seeds in the ground. In the ground. I missed somebody. Carmen's seed is in the ground. Carmen's seed is in the ground. Positive underscore lookup seed is in the ground. Positive lookup. Real life seed is in the ground. Christina, that's right. All right. Positive underscore lookup. Have I ever ministered to you before? I just saw something. Have I ever ministered to you before? Perez seed is in the ground. Lakeisha's Johnson seed is in the ground. Barry underscore Bossy seed is in the ground. I have. Barry Bossy, you're the pastor, right? You're the apostle, the bishop. Am I correct? I'm missing some of y'all. I'm so sorry. Yada seed is in the ground. Yada underscore is Pee-wee. No? Oh, okay. I thought he was the apostle. Seed is in the ground. How you sow your seed. I don't know what to say. How you say it? Oh, she's saying, how do you sow your seed? It's on the bottom of the screen there. You can sow by Cash App, Zelle, or Venmo. What'd she say? Oh, I'm sorry. Did they put it up in the Instagram? You did? Oh, I didn't see it. Can you do it again? I'm sorry. Oh, there it is. I got it. Okay. I'm going to pin it in Instagram. There you go. I'm sorry. I didn't pin it. All right. Anyone else sowing their seed? We're a little later than normal because we started at 7:30 instead of 7, but you all rocked with me. Y'all stayed with me. Listen, I love y'all. Even if I don't know you, I love you. Even if you don't like me, I still love you. That is between you and you and you. Because I still love you. Ain't nothing you can do. Okay. Oh, I missed somebody. Yeah, I said you already. All right. What was the lady I just said? I ministered to her. I think Yaya said I ministered to her. I ministered to her, Yaya. Oh, yes. She said yes. All right. I saw something. I saw the word fashion over your head when your name came up. So somebody just sowed a seed and I missed it. It came up on my phone. Yeah, I saw fat. Consuela Sanford seed is in the ground. Yeah, that was for positive lookup. I saw the word fashion over her head when her name came up. I saw the word fashion when her name came up. Is there anyone on here that is sowing the $222? I'm not even looking at how much you're sowing. I'm just seeing the name on the thing come up. If you're sowing the $222, let me know. If you're sowing the $222. If you don't want people to know on Instagram, because some people sow and they don't like to know, you can just DM me or Facebook. I know some of you don't like people to know your business. I get it. I understand it. Lisa Burrell's seed is in the ground. They're still sowing on Facebook. All right, I don't want to miss anyone before I go off. Is there anyone else sowing their seed tonight? If you're anywhere ever near Mount Vernon, I want you to join us at 12:30. 12:30 at the Life 19 South 3rd Avenue. Would love to have you come and join us and fellowship with us in person. It's one thing to watch it online, but it's nothing like being in the house. It'll be worth the drive. It'll be worth the sacrifice. It'll be worth it. I guarantee you that. Don't bring nobody with you that ain't got no good energy and just mad at everybody. Bring somebody that's got some life and they happy. And make sure you join us. We have a couple of things coming up tomorrow from 1 to, oh, y'all still sewing. I missed those names. Why aren't those coming up on my thing, but they're coming up on my phone? I don't know why. Tomorrow between 1 and 3 p.m. we feed the community. We feed hundreds of people on Wednesdays, hot food and groceries. Tomorrow, now it's going to be a different, Curtis Battle seed is in the ground. Thank you, Curtis Battle. If I didn't call your name, just send it again so that I can call your name. Now, where are we doing? They won't actually be doing the groceries and the food in the building. Dr. Brown, you're going to be where at? We'll be at the corner. Well, they'll be at the corner on tomorrow, giving out hot food and groceries tomorrow at the corner. For those of you that don't know, that show, Elaine Seed in the Ground, the show Power Raising Canaan. They use our block to do their scenes, and they utilize our church, so we won't be in the building. We'll be at the corner. I guess I should watch the show. I think I maybe watched it 3 or 4 times. Maybe I should watch the show. They use our building. I should watch it, shouldn't I? I like the other Power. I like the one with the other boy. I forget his name. What was his name? Tariq. I don't know when that was. That's the one I want to see. I'm sorry. I'm still on Instagram. All right. You want to thank you for have_plenty seed is in the ground. Diamond seed is in the ground. So we'll be at the corner. Also, we got some things coming up next month. We'll share more about it in detail. But we have the church anniversary. It is coming up. It is the third, 1, 2, 3. Is it the third week, Dr. Brown? Yes? No? I believe it's the third week. D. Harris seed is in the ground. Y'all is sowing tonight. Many of you sow every week. Do you not realize that most of you sow every week? He always gives seed to the sower. That's scripture. Someone said to me the other day, they said, I'm always able to give because I'm always giving. I'm serious. There was a lady I prophesied to about getting a whole bunch of money, and she came Sunday. I don't know her name. Is any of my Jamaican? Well, I know some of y'all on here. What was the lady's name? Is Anne Marie Bailey on here? I can't think of her name. And she caught me in the hallway and shared with me what God had done for her from that prophecy. She said that money just kept coming in. It's been coming in, like just coming in. And she, she said to me, I was able to give because I kept giving. And she said, I have to sow a seed into you because you gave me that prophetic word. Listen, prophecy comes to pass. A prophet looks like a liar until it comes to pass. Sometimes it comes to pass in a day, an hour, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, months, and sometimes it takes years. There are things that people prophesied to me 20 years ago that I'm living now. Things that people prophesied to me in 1995 that I seen come to pass in 2004, 2007, 2010, and again in 2015. Those things come to pass. It's the third week. It's one of those weeks. Also, we have the thank y'all for rocking with me, Instagram and Facebook. Y'all got to come visit me in person, or hopefully I'll be in the city near you. I'm going to be opening up 2 more locations. I'm not going to say the cities right now, but I'm going to be, or state, I'm going to be opening up 2 more locations near your area. Some of you on here, I'm going to be opening up 2 more locations. And hopefully you will come and visit. If you don't have a place that you call your church, maybe you will become a part of life in that city. All right? What is the other thing we're doing, Dr. Brown, on that the Friday thing? We don't have the information. All right, we'll share that with you later. All right, thank you so much for watching. Where there is life, there is hope. Where there is hope, there is life. There is power in prophecy. You will see the manifestation if you only believe. All right, Father, we thank you for everyone that has watched. May they leave from these lives inspired, empowered. May we have shared something thought-provoking, stimulated their faith, and encouraged them. May they never be the same again. May their life be changed. And may they have faith to believe that the future has already spoken concerning their promise. It's waiting on them. In Jesus' name, amen and amen. All right, good night and shalom. Blessings.